Hello everyone, this is Richard. Welcome to another edition of Starfield Essentials. Bethesda released 1.11.33 in beta on Steam and PC last week. This version offers ship decoration as a new feature. My video today experiments with decorating Starborn Guardian ships. In my games after going to New Game Plus, I usually abandon the Starborn Guardian as soon as possible. Why? Well, for one reason, it has no bed. Without a bed, I can't rest and get a 10 or 15% XP boost. Let's see how decoration changes that. First, I need a Starborn Guardian. I'm playing as a vanilla character who I buffed using console commands, and I featured these in a recent video. Today I'm going to spawn a Starborn Guardian at the New Atlantis spaceport. I find an empty space and call out the console using the tilde key. Then I use the player.placeAtMe command with the 0003734A value to spawn a Starborn Guardian. Now, the ship seems to spawn around me in a weird state, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to step outside of it and find the door. You can see here in the video that I am probably either under or somehow inside the Starborn Guardian. So I need to get away from this thing. You can see that it spawned partially inside the spaceport at New Atlantis. So I'm going outside the Starborn Guardian, and now I'm going to find the door. So I walk up to the door and I make sure I can see the inaccessible message, and specifically the white circle at the end of the line. This is very important. I call up the console and I click on the white circle and make sure the form ID that I see includes the word door. Now I can use the unlock command to make the ship accessible. I'm now ready to exit the console and enter the ship. Once inside the Starborn Guardian, we can see that Marika is very excited. She ran right in. Now, the first thing I noticed is that there's this cool little glowing animation at the top, but we're going to ignore that for now. We're going to step into the pilot seat, and I want to make the Starborn Guardian get out of this glitchy phase. So I'm going to take off. I'm going to go into orbit, and then I'm basically going to land right away. As we take off, we see a bit of the spaceport, and this to me shows that it's possible that we could have ground-to-space transitions at some point. I think that would be a really neat addition. Just cosmetic, not really functional, but it would be pretty cool. I've landed back at New Atlantis, and I'm going to go back into the Starborn Guardian because it's now a properly rendered ship. So let's take a look around this thing and see what we can do with it. The new beta introduced the capability to decorate ships, and if you walk up to that little glowing animation, you can decorate with that if you want. I'm not going to use that in this video. I'm going to use the same key combination that you would use to decorate an outpost. Let's try adding some items to the Starborn Guardian. Maybe we could try an industrial workbench. There it is. I've got the components that's necessary. Let's put it right where the supplies are. Make sure it's not floating. And there it is. So now if you'd like to craft on your Starborn Guardian, you can do that with the industrial workbench. How about clearing a bounty? You don't have an outpost? Why not put a self-service bounty clearance kiosk on your Starborn Guardian? And now you're all set. What about cargo? Let's do an experiment to see if adding storage containers affects your cargo. Here we can see we have 249 of 950 kilos of cargo used. I'm going to try adding a storage container, and I'm going to try putting items in the storage container, removing them from cargo, and see if that makes a difference as far as how much I can possibly carry. I removed 20 kilos of aluminum, and my cargo is now at 228. Previously it was 249. Now I'm going to put all the aluminum that I'm carrying, which happens to be 71 units, or I guess 35.5 kilos. Let's put all of that into the storage container and see if there is any effect on the Starborn Guardian's storage space. And there is no effect. We are still at 228 of 950 for cargo. So what this experiment shows us is that we can take items, we can put them in storage, and they have no effect on the cargo of the ship, which is pretty nice. This decoration option opens a lot of doors. I'm scrolling through different decorating features here. Honestly, I've not paid attention to these because this wasn't an option before. You couldn't decorate your ship, but it seems like there's a lot of cool things that you could do. So all of you who are out there building your awesome outposts with so creative customizations, it totally blows me away. I really look forward to seeing what you do with your ships. For me, I'm just going to drop a plant. I think that's as far as I'm going to go right now. Now, what about a bed? How about putting a bed in front of where the pilot sits in the clear glass? So as you sit in your pilot's chair, you can look out and see your bed. And when you sleep, you can be sleeping above transparent steel or whatever it is in this science fiction game. A final question some of you might have is whether you can now customize your Starborn ship. Can you add weapons? Can you do anything like that? And unfortunately, once you get into the ship builder and you take a look at the Starborn Guardian, there is no customization option. There is no press X for ship builder. So unfortunately, we are, at this point anyways, with the vanilla Steam beta, we are stuck with the Starborn Guardian as is. What do you think of these changes? Are you excited to see this Steam beta come to all platforms, probably around May 15th? If you like this content, please feel free to like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in a comment. My name is Richard, this is Starfield Essentials, and I will see you in the Starfield.